Hello everyone and welcome back to another Unreal Engine 5 tutorial. Many of you have asked why there is no collision in our PCG forest when using the new procedural vegetation trees with a wind system. The main reason is simple. Simple and complex collisions only work with static meshes. But our trees are skeletal meshes. Skeletal meshes use the physics asset for collision, just like the third-person character. Now the new wind system only works if the trees are spawned as instant skinned meshes. This allows us to render thousands of animated trees with a single draw call, which is great for performance, but there is one limitation. Instant skinned meshes do not support physics assets, and that is why they have no collision. In this tutorial, I will show you a working solution with almost zero performance cost. We will use a simple static proxy collision mesh for that. Let's get started. Open your procedural tree asset. Duplicate all the nodes of your designed tree and add a new output pin. Go to the foliage distributor node, uncheck Override Distribution and set the ethylene threshold to 0. If you only want the trunk to have collision, go to the Remove Branches node. Set the branch remove basis to Generation and the threshold to 1. Select the output node, name the mesh something like Collision Mesh, set the export type to Static Mesh, and leave the collision settings off. We will create our own simple collision. Now click Export. Open the mesh, and under Convex Decomposition, just hit Apply using the default settings. Save and close. Next, open your PCG graph. Add a static mesh spawner. If you are just using one tree, you can simply add a new mesh entry in the Details panel and assign the collision mesh you just created. Set the collision preset to Block All and turn off Visibility. Connect the static mesh spawner to the last node in the row to ensure it uses the exact same position, rotation and scale as the tree. If you are using multiple trees, like in my forest tutorials, you can add another graph parameter array with the collision meshes. Choose static mesh as the type. Create an array and add as many elements as you need. Rename the parameter to Collider and assign your created collision meshes in the same order as the trees. Collision index 0 must correspond to tree index 0 and so on. Then, just like with your trees, add a getGraph parameter node. Set the property path to the name of your parameter, Collider. For the output attribute name, also type Collider. Next, add a Match and Set Attributes node. Connect the graph parameter node to the Match Data pin and connect the output of the last node in a row to the In pin. Now copy the seed value from the Attributes node of the trees to the Attributes node of the Collider meshes. Then add a static mesh spawner. Set the mesh selector type to PCG Mesh Selector by Attribute, and for the attribute name, type Collider again. Finally, set the collision preset to Block All and turn off Visibility. And now you have animated skeletal trees with collision. And just to be clear, using instanced skinned meshes with a static proxy for collision is much faster than spawning full skeletal actor trees. You can have thousands of animated trees with almost no performance cost. And that's it for today. I hope this was helpful. If you want more tutorials like this, just leave a comment. Cheers!